Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Solskjaer wants Declan Rice and Ronaldo. Declan Rice is desperate for Jesse Lingard to seal a permanent transfer at West Ham. Now it said the other month that Declan Rice is interested in joining Manchester United, and it asked Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw about life at Old Trafford. Darren Fletcher, our technical director, said earlier on this season that Declan Rice asked about Man United when he was on international duty with England. And Solskjaer agreed with our recruitment team that Declan Rice would be the perfect signing for the club. Earlier on this season it said that West Ham were demanding £100 million. The reasons I'd take Declan Rice at Manchester United is because he's Premier League proven. He's still young, he's got a lot of development in him. He dramatically improves and he's predominantly a holding midfielder, but he can also be deployed as a centre-half. He'd be a good adequate replacement for Nemanja Matic. Rice has been a long-serving player at West Ham. He's been with them for like 7 years now. He's under contract with West Ham until 2024. Before he was at West Ham, he was at Chelsea. He was in their youth setup for several years, but he never got in Chelsea's first team. Don't forget, Chelsea were in for him at one point, and that's when Frank Lampard was their manager. He was Frank Lampard's top target. Man United are in talks with Cristiano Ronaldo over a sensational return. The Athletic have said that Solskjaer remains in touch with Ronaldo. Earlier on this season, it said that Cristiano Ronaldo held talks with Man United over a 2-year contract. Gazzetta dello Sport said that Man United have already been in contact with Cristiano Ronaldo's agent over return this summer. He says Juventus will accept just £26 million. I think Ronaldo's 36 years of age, but despite that, I presume all United fans would take him back because he is regarded as one of the best players in the world. Juventus fear that they genuinely could lose Cristiano Ronaldo in the summer transfer window. Cristiano Ronaldo endured 6 years with us. He was with us from 2003 to 2009. He won 3 Premier League titles. He won the FA Cup. He won the Champions League. He won the League Cup. And he won the FIFA Club World Cup. We paid just £12 million for him from Sporting Lisbon back in 2003. We sold him to Real Madrid in 2009 for £80 million. He endured 9 or 10 years with Real Madrid. And then obviously Juventus got him in 2018 for £100 million. He's under contract with Juventus until 2022. Cristiano Ronaldo has won 32 major trophies in his playing career, and he's won 5 Ballon d'Ors. Now, can Manchester United afford Harry Kane for £120 million? Tottenham have recently demanded £150 million for Kane, but I think £150 million is too much. Gary Neville recently spoke with Harry Kane regarding his future. And Harry Kane's come out and said that Tottenham could be ready to sell. Kane said he will decide on his own future, not Daniel Levy. A few days ago, Kane handed in a transfer request at Tottenham. Man United, Man City and Chelsea have all been in contact with Harry Kane's representatives. Kane has decided that he wants to stay in the Premier League. He recently said that Man United and Man City are set to offer Harry Kane 80 million in wages. Ryan Mason, who's Tottenham's interim manager, he recently dismissed suggestions that Harry Kane asked to leave Tottenham. Football Insider have said that Man United are prepared to offer Anthony Martial and Jesse Lingard in a swap deal for Kane, because I think Tottenham do want a players plus cash deal. It said the other week though that Harry Kane was ready to ask Tottenham to listen to transfer offers this summer. And it said the Glazers were planning to sanction a £90 million bid. Obviously £90 million is not enough to convince Tottenham to offload him. But Kane wants to win team trophies. He said that earlier on this season after Tottenham's Carabao Cup final defeat to Man City. Tottenham have not won a trophy for 13 years. But yeah, I would take Harry Kane at Manchester United. The main reasons is because he is regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. He's a prolific goal scorer. And he's well proven in the Premier League. And he would assure Manchester United goals. And I think he'd fit in our team perfectly. But there's a chance we'll sign him. You know, don't forget we've done business with Tottenham before. Kane has been a long-serving player at Tottenham. He's been with them for like 17 years now. He's under contract with Tottenham till 2024. Don't forget he came up Tottenham's academy. He's been in their senior squad since 2009. He's won the Golden Boot a couple of times, reflecting on his good performances. He's had loan spells before with Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich and Leicester. Solskjaer has refused to rule out Man United signing a striker, because we still want a striker despite Edison Cavani signing that 1-year contract not so long ago. I'm very, very glad though that Edison Cavani is staying at Man United for next season. We've looked at a few strikers though, haven't we? The Daily Telegraph recently said that Man United made enquiries for Southampton striker Danny Ings. And Man United are looking at Danny Ings as a target during the summer transfer window. He'd be a much cheaper solution than Harry Kane. We are looking at Danny Ings as an alternative to Harry Kane. Jadon Sancho, there's a very good chance that we'll sign him in the summer transfer window. He's our number one priority. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said that Man United are interested in Sancho, but he said there's been no official talks or bid yet. So it's an open race. Fabrizio Romano said that Dortmund are ready to sell Sancho for around £80 million in the summer transfer window. But Solskjaer's already said that he wants to make 3 world-class signings in order for Man United to challenge for the Premier League title next season. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. That's 8 years ago now. It's not long now until the summer transfer window opens. It opens at some point in June. And it's very imperative that Solskjaer gets the players that he wants to recommend in the summer transfer window, because I don't think he's been backed enough so far. Solskjaer's made it clear that he wants good backing, and I'm expecting him to get the backing he deserves. Because we've got John Murtaugh, he's our director of football. We've got Darren Fletcher, he's our technical director. And we've also got Matt Judge, and Matt Judge has been part of the club for a long time. The summer transfer window will be Solskjaer's 5th transfer window as permanent Man United manager. I've already identified the areas in the squad where we need to strengthen up. We have got good players. Obviously, Dean Henderson, he's very, very good. Dean Henderson is now our number 1 goalkeeper. We made the right decision putting Dean Henderson as number 1. Dean Henderson has done well in a lot of the games he's been in goal for this season. His distribution's been good. He's made good aerial claims. He's made some good saves, and he's kept a lot of clean sheets. Dean Henderson has got that experience behind him because he did endure 2 successful loans with Sheffield United, and he's also had other loan spells before. And before the start of this season, he signed a 6-year contract with the club. So reflecting on that, he committed his future to Man United. I can assure he's got a long-term future at the club. We know Dean Henderson isn't going to be in goal for the Europa League final. It's going to be De Gea. Solskjaer has confirmed that. Luke Shaw, he's also very, very good. He's really improved as Luke Shaw. He's been our best player this season by far. In a lot of his games, he's showed very good attacking intent. He's got into good positions. He's put good crosses into the box. He's created good chances for his teammates. Provided that width, defensively being good. But in the last 3 games, he's looked a bit off the pace. Luke Shaw still remains our first choice left back despite the arrival of Tellez. Shaw's had a good career at Man United despite his injuries. He's been at the club now over 6 years. We got him for like £30 million from Southampton back in 2014. Shaw has just over 2 years left on his current contract. Said earlier on this season, Man United was set to offer Luke Shaw a new 5-year contract worth around 180 grand a week. So reflecting on that, he'll get around a £30,000 pay rise. I think Eric Bailly is a good centre-half, but he's just too injury prone. So in that aspect, he is a liability. Not so long ago, Eric Bailly signed a new contract with Man United until 2024. There's also an option of a further year. Did we make the right decision giving him that new contract? You know, Eric Bailly's been at the club since 2016. We got him for £30 million from Villarreal. I think Harry Maguire is good when he wants to be. You know, when Maguire plays well, he shows the ability to play out from the back. He's very effective in the air. He can be good from set pieces. He can get forward well. But he's also enjoyed quite a lot of bad games. Now, it's been confirmed that Harry Maguire is going to miss the Europa League final against Villarreal. That's a massive blow for Man United. Maguire's got ligament damage in his ankle, and he did sustain the ankle injury in our 3-1 win against Aston Villa. He's been a big miss. Harry Maguire is the second most expensive sign at the club at the moment, and he's the most expensive centre-half in the world because we got him in a deal worth £80 million. And Wan-Bissaka, he's also very, very good. Recently, he's been showing more attacking intent, which is good to see. Defensively, he's always been superb, more or less. And he can get in good positions, and his crossing's actually improved as well, to his credit. This has been Wan-Bissaka's second full season at Man United. We got him in a deal worth 50 million from Palace in the summer of 2019. I think he's one of the best right-backs we've had since Gary Neville. And I think he can emulate into the next Gary Neville. Still young, got a lot of development in him. He's got a long-term future at the club. Paul Pogba, we've been getting the best out of him in recent months. You know, Paul Pogba does bring creativity to the team. Earlier on this season, Pogba had a thigh injury, and he was out for a while with that thigh injury. He had an ankle injury at the first part of this season, and he was out for the vast majority of last season with an ankle injury. I hope Paul Pogba stays at Man United potentially past the summer. But Paul Pogba could leave. Recently said that Man United could let Paul Pogba leave for just £55 million in the summer transfer window. It said earlier on this season that Man United were willing to offer Paul Pogba a new contract worth £400,000 a week. Says Pogba was demanding £500,000 a week, and his agent Mino Raiola is demanding in the excess of £400,000 a week for his client to remain at Man United. Pogba's current contract expires next year because earlier on this season we triggered that 1-year extension on his contract. But he says we will sell Pogba in the summer transfer window if he doesn't sign a new contract. But Solskjaer does want him to stay. Solskjaer said earlier on this season that Paul Pogba's future lies at Old Trafford. And he said he hopes Paul Pogba signs a new contract, and our players would be devastated if the club decided to sell him. As it stands at the moment, he is our most expensive signing because we paid, £89 million for him, and this has been his 5th season at the football club since he rejoined. Obviously, Mino Raiola has been desperate to get his client out of the football club. I think Bruno Fernandez is a very, very good player. You know, he's our best player and he's one of the best signings we have made since Ferguson retired. In a lot of his games at Man United, you know, he's been very, very consistent. But there's also been a few games where Bruno Fernandez has looked off the pace. That's because we've overplayed him. But Fernandez denied that he needed a rest earlier on this season because he said he'd come to Manchester to win trophies. Bruno Fernandez recently won Player of the Year. He's actually won Player of the Month quite a few times, reflecting on his good performances. He's been at Man United now over a year as Bruno Fernandez. Back in January, when it was his 12-month anniversary, he said that he's planning on spending many years at the club. Bruno Fernandez says he wants Man United to make 2 signings for him to sign a new contract, and he also said he wants Pogba to commit his future to the club before he signs a new contract. Fernandez's current contract expires in 2025. There is an option of a further 12 months. We initially paid, £47 million for him, but the overall cost with add-ons was just over £67 million. Mason Greenwood's also very, very good. He's improved as Mason Greenwood. In the vast majority of his games at Man United, since he broke into our senior squad, he's been very consistent. He made his senior debut in 2019, and he's been a United player since the age of 7, so he's been part of the club for a long time. Earlier on this season, Greenwood signed a new 4-year contract with the club. He deserved a new contract reflecting on his good performances. Don't forget though, there was a period when he went a while without scoring, but Ole has been defending him a lot this season. At the start of this season, we give Greenwood that number 11 shirt. But whether we play him centrally or whether we play him on the right, we seem to get the best out of him most of the time. Marcus Rashford, he's also a very, very good player. You know, when Rashford plays well, he gets good runs in behind. he creates good chances, he gets into decent positions, and he can score very good goals. Rashford's more effective on the left than he is on the right, and than he is centrally. We need to keep him on that left, because that's where you seem to get the best out of Rashford a lot of the time. Rashford has been part of the club for a long time now. And Edinson Cavani's also good. You know, he's made a fantastic impact since he's come in. And like I said earlier on, I'm glad that he's staying for next season. That Amad Diallo Traore, you know, he looks a very good asset for the first team squad. He recently made his full Premier League debut in the 2-1 loss to Leicester. He scored for Man United against AC Milan. We got Amad Diallo Traore in a deal worth 37 million. We paid like £19 million up front. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he's done well as Manchester United manager. To say the squad he got left with when he got appointed in. To be honest with you, I didn't expect Solskjaer to do as well as he has done, so in that aspect I am very shocked. Obviously, there's a lot of Man United fans that are Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in, and they believe that he needs more time at the club. He does deserve at least one more season. But obviously, a lot of United fans have been demanding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out. And obviously, a lot of United fans have heavily criticised him. They've obviously got their reasons behind it. I don't think he's a long-term manager for Man United, but I hope I'm proven wrong. But like I've said on my recent videos, Solskjaer is aware that next season is going to be massive for him. Because next season he's got to exceed expectations if he is to remain Manchester United manager. But Solskjaer is certainly our best manager since Ferguson. This has been his second full season at Manchester United. He has been Manchester United manager now over 2 years. And earlier on this season it said that Solskjaer agreed a 3-year contract worth 30 million. It's likely to be 2 years with an option of an extra one. Ole's got just under a year left on his current 3-year contract. Not long now to the Europa League final against Villarreal. It's obviously in Poland, Gdansk. The Europa League is our priority. Solskjaer's looking to win his first trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. This is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first major final as Man United manager, and it's our 8th European final. Obviously we've got to play Wolves on Sunday, which is the final Premier League game of the season before Villarreal, and like I've said, Solskjaer is expected to rotate heavily. The game against Wolves is a meaningless game. Whether we win, draw or lose, it doesn't change the complexion of things. You know, we've secured second place and we are guaranteed Champions League football for next season. Solskjaer hasn't got a proven pedigree as a manager, but that doesn't mean he can't succeed as Man United manager. His decision making also concerns me. But we love Solskjaer. He's a club legend. He endured 11 years as a player for Man United. He flourished under Sir Alex Ferguson's guidance. Ole knew when he'd taken over at Man United it was going to be a massive job, despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. You know, we appointed him in December 2018 to replace Jose Mourinho, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. We gave him the job permanently 2 years ago, reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. But there is a lot of positives regarding Solskjaer. He has made good signings as Man United manager so far. He's spent almost £300 million. You know, he's got rid of a lot of players since he's come in. He did well last season in his first full season. He's done well in a lot of aspects this season. I also like the way he has promoted the youth. So they are the positives regarding Ole. We've got a very good away record in the Premier League. We are unbeaten in our last 25 Premier League away games. We've been far superior away from home than we have been at home. We've been terrible at home this season. All our defeats have come at Old Trafford in the Premier League this season. I think a lot of it's been to do with no fans there. And obviously it's had a bad effect on the players. There was recently 10,000 fans at Old Trafford against Fulham. You know. You already know the news regarding the Glazers, don't you? Joe Glazer's going to attend the fans forum on the 4th of June. And you obviously know the news regarding Ed Woodward. Man United have got to get the Glazers out of the club. Solskjaer did recently say that the fans' protests have affected the players. Quite a few players are going to leave Man United in the summer transfer window. He recently said the 10 players that could leave Man United in the summer transfer window. De Gea could go. Romero, I'm expecting him to go. I'm expecting Lee Grant to go. I want Phil Jones to go. We're looking to get rid of Diego Dalot permanently. He's at Milan on loan at the moment. Brandon Williams, I think we should offload him so he gets a lot more chances and he gains more experience, because Williams is our third choice left back. Nemanja Matic, there's a good chance he's going to go in the summer transfer window, because recent reports have said that Jose Mourinho wants Matic at Roma. You know, he wants to reunite with the player. Mourinho's got a good relationship with Matic. Corriere dello Sport have already said that we've got no problem letting Matic go. We will accept a cut price fee for the midfielder. I think we'll accept just over £8 million. You know, Pogba could still go. Juan Mata, there's a good chance we'll offload him in the summer transfer window there. Again, Solskjaer recently said that no decision has yet been made on Juan Mata's future. It hardly gets in our team, and a lot of United fans are saying that we need to offload Anthony Martial. Martial, obviously, he's been out of an injury for a while, and he's been out of form for the vast majority of this season. So anyway guys, on my next video I'll be giving you my reaction to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference ahead of the final Premier League game against Wolves. So anyway guys, that's everything to update for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribing to my channel. My channel's called Red Devil 24. And take care, God bless, see you all again very soon.